Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Mary Jane Doe. Big B, hello. Hello, hope you're well. Sunshine, good to see you. Melly Joe. Lolly woke up to pee. Resty, hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Will you do me a favor? Hit the like. Y'all hit that like. I'm good for at least 50, you guys. Really. Miss Barbara Smith, hello. Kofefe, it's been a while. How are you? Merry Christmas to you. Lulu. Coey, sister. Coey. Coey. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's Christmas? How's the weather? How's everybody? How was everybody's Boxing Day? There was that. And it was kind of funny because Maggie got a new little laptop for Christmas this year. So Honey was trying to set it up for her, and Maggie forgot all of her passwords. And I'm not dogging her out for that because Beefcake had to write all mine down too because he was tired of fishing for catfish. It's snowing there. I wish. How's the grandbaby? He's fine. They got to go home today. So they're all together as a little family. And my daughter-in-law's mom is in. So she's going to stay because she has cesarean. So she's going to stay with her a week, I think. But he's precious. He's so, so precious. You're tired out, Miss Barbara? Yeah, I'm still trying to get the house put back together. My Christmas was wonderful. Thank you, Tristan. How are you, honey? Good to see you. So Maggie was trying to put in at this point, all hell broke out in Maggie's house, as y'all know. And Honey was trying to fix all of her passwords and get her set up on StreamYard. So we were talking on the phone, and Beefcake asked, "What's up with Boxing Day? What is it? What is Boxing Day?" And Honey said, "I don't know what Boxing Day is. All I know is that I get a day off from work." And I was like, "How are you going to know what it's your holiday. How are you not going to be able to explain your holiday?" And then him and Maggie started going at it. Just going at it like only them two can do. And I was like, now I understand Boxing Day. So cute. You forget your passwords all the time. Well, between me and Maggie, they're getting changed a lot. So luckily, I just called Beefcake right in and I'm like, fix it, write it down, thanks. Because, for a long time, I had the same passwords for everything. It was the same password. And everybody told me how dangerous it was and stuff like that. And I was like, look here, I don't do any banking online. None of my crap is online, right? Mine's just a stupid little thing. And so I'm not worried about anybody getting into it. But now that Beefcake is writing down all the passwords and resetting them, now they're all different kind of stuff. But at least they're over there in my desk in a little notebook so I can find them if I need them. Put all my decorations away today. I was going to ask you guys that. When do you put away your decorations? I have a friend who doesn't get her Christmas tree until Christmas Eve. And that just gives me so much anxiety because I'm like, why? Why would you? Because she also already took it down. She takes it down the 26th. And she just goes and buys a tree every year, puts it in her house on Christmas Eve, decorates it. They have Christmas. The next day, it's undecorated, and they throw the tree out. And I was like, why? First of all, I have to have the magic for a little while. And I know she doesn't do a lot of decorating. She just only does the tree. So I guess that's not a whole lot of work, but I'm just like, that makes no sense to me. I mean, I just don't understand that way of thinking. Hi, David. How are you, honey? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it so much. You started a password book too. You have to. You have to. You started putting away your decorations today. Okay. I know a lot of people do. I only 1 year on the 27th in all the years that I've been doing Christmas have ever put away Christmas on the 27th. And I don't even know why I did it. Because after I did it, I regretted it. But I leave everything up until the 6th of January because that's the day that the wise men came to see Jesus, reportedly, allegedly. And yeah, you have to have a password book. You have to. So I try to leave it, and then when I put everything out this year, it took me like a week and a half to decorate this house. I was like, this shit's not coming down until February. Hi, Rapper. Hi, baby. Because it just took me so long to do it, I was like, I'm not. But I'm not kidding you. The more I'm cleaning and trying to get it all cleaned back up from Christmas, the more I'm just like, I got to start putting shit away. So, going out of town tomorrow morning, or this morning. Going out of town this morning, and for I think 3 days, 4 days, something like that. And when I get back, what I decided, because usually I just start taking stuff down and I just put it all over the kitchen, or so then I can just start packing it away. But everything's off the walls and off everything. Sorry, my dogs are playing. But I think this year what I'm going to do is I'm going to take tote by tote and just start doing little by little. That way it doesn't go away all at once, because for me, January is the most depressive month for me. January and February. So I figured, I'm hoping I can do it that way. I may not be able to. I may get started and say, screw it. Let's just start taking everything down. My son was talking last night how I left the tree up until March. Wow, Miss Barbara, wow. That's dedication. That is dedication. The year that all the soldiers were gone for Iraq, I was still married to my first husband. And I put the Christmas tree up in August. That's when I had a fake one for my living room. And I put the Christmas tree up on my birthday because Christmas just made me happy. And so I must, because I have to move the living room around at least twice a month probably. So that tree got moved from place to place to place to place before Christmas ever started. But I was still happy to have it in there. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? And then last year, one of the trees, I call it my mom's tree that's in there in the office, that stayed up all last year. I never took it down. Hi, Mac J. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What is today? Is this Thursday? I think I'm in Thursday. Or is this Friday? It's Friday? It is Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Wow. Hey, Atalevian. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. Y'all do me a favor and hit the like for me. I appreciate it. I love a good Christmas tree. Mine was artificial. Eventually, all the other ones in the house are artificial. It's just the one in the main living room. I have to have a real tree, but my daughter was telling me she was in church on Christmas Eve, and the pastor asked, who still has a real Christmas tree every year. And it was only her and one other person that lifted their hands up in the whole congregation. So I mean, people are getting away from the real Christmas trees. Lolly says, Barbara Smith, my kids swear I did the same thing once, but I don't remember. I mean, I think we probably have all gone through that time where we put it up way earlier, left it up way late, or just didn't take it. Well, in the living room, it has to come down because I have to switch around the living room too much. I love the smell of the real Christmas tree. Me too. Me too. There's just something about it. And then, see, we burn ours. So, um, yeah. So you get kind of dual purpose out of it, right? We use the whole thing up. But I think I am ready for stuff to start coming down. I didn't think I would be just because it took me so long, but I need, there's too much stuff going on in the house, I feel. And I want to change the living room furniture. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm wanting to. I've been watching Marketplace to see if there's something I just can't live without, and I haven't found it yet. But instead of having a couch in here, I want a love seat and I want 2 chairs. But I don't want to pay the whole price for it. It's expensive. Hold on a minute. Are you going back to see the grandbaby? Not anytime soon, because the bad weather's going to come in. It's not, I mean, I'm actually shocked that we're having, I mean, it was 55 degrees today. That's really unheard of. But our biggest snowfalls are in January and ice falls are in January, so it'll probably be a little while before we go back. Probably not till spring, or they'll come down up here, yeah. So it'll be a minute before I see him. I couldn't believe how much his looks changed because I had gotten pictures. He was born like right as we pulled into town. And they sent out pictures right away to all of us. And I was like, oh my God, he looks like his dad, which both of his other kids do. And we waited to see him till the next day. And the next morning, so we went up to the hospital the next morning and his looks had already changed. I'm not kidding you. He looked nothing like his baby, like those pictures. I couldn't believe it. He looks exactly like his mom, which is just weird to me. So there's still several people that are having grandbabies, or Melly Joe, you're having twin babies. Are they twin nieces that you're having? I feel like somebody's having twin baby girls. Aussie True Crime is having another grandbaby. Melly Joe's having nieces, or I can't even say they're nieces. Hey, fuckers. Mel Mel, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas. Do uh do Australians say Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas? Do you think he will be the last grandbaby? No, we still have all of Baby Child to go. Baby Child's not married. He wants kids. They're all still coming. God help us. No more here. I got my girl spade. Yes, two great nieces for Melly Joe. That's what I thought. We were thinking it's twin boys. I don't know why I think that you're having girls. I don't know why. It's Merry Christmas. Okay, because in the UK they say Happy Christmas, right? So, yeah, we still have all of Baby Child. And you know what? My oldest son, I don't know. I just feel like they're going to have another one. They talk about it and then they're like, no. And then they talk about it and then they're like, no. So I would not be shocked. Well, I would kind of be shocked, but not shocked if they told me that they were pregnant again. Hi, SA. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. She was popping them out like a Pez dispenser. Enough was enough. Usually Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas was said by Her Majesty the Queen, as Mary was considered to be uncouth. Really eat, drink, and be merry. Oh, I get it. I was wondering about that. Okay. I'm doing good too. It's good to see you. It was just us and my girl and her kids, and man, I was relieved it was done. Yeah, and then I saw my daughter, my second oldest, and I was FaceTiming her and her little boy, and she was telling me that she bought him a big boy bed, that he's pretty much outgrown his toddler bed. And I was like, were you going to get rid of the crib and because she bought a really, really, they didn't have a baby for 11 years of their marriage. Josh, hello, sweetheart. So good to see you. So she's been cherishing in every moment and just totally loving motherhood. And I was like, were you going to sell the crib? And she's like, no, I think I'm going to hang on to it for a little while. So I didn't know what that meant. I didn't ask. I know that after she had her baby, she told me she was not going on birth control, that if she had another one, that she would welcome it. Because she's 38. Oh my God, is she 38? Holy shit. Oh my God, you guys. Just a minor ache, so that's expected if I do too much. Pawn that bitch. Josh. Oh, goodness. Yeah, did you have a good Christmas, Josh? That would make the most mothers feel old, but she started so young. Yeah, but it's just so weird to hear, that my kids are 39, 38, 37, the three oldest ones. It's just so weird. So when people hear me say that, they're like, oh God, she's in her 60s. But I think she's hoping for one more. But y'all, I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out. I almost feel bad for saying I don't want any more grandkids. But I'm tapped out. And I know baby child's still going to have some, so was in the hospital, no phone, it sucked. Josh! Ugh, yuck. I find it weird having a 29-year-old. Well, the older they get, that just makes us older too. Josh, I hope you're feeling better, honey. I really do. I don't believe Lene is young unless I don't see her on cam. Well, you don't have to believe it. That's okay. I'm 55. That's not very young. I'm double nickels. But a nurse who was off duty came and opened Christmas. Oh, and spent Christmas with you. That's so nice. I was always the youngest mother at school. I got judged so hard. My kid was always better dressed. You know, I remember I've just got 3 and I would be fine not having it. I'm so glad you said that because I do feel bad. I don't ever say it out loud, but I mean, tired. David, it was good. How was yours? I remember, so I went to Germany the first time with my baby. She was born in February. My first one was born in February, and then I went over to Germany in the end of May. And then I had 2 more while I was there. And I remember thinking, because you could tell I was young. I mean, I looked young. And people would always ask me, I don't know how it got out. We lived on a small base, and it got out how young I was. And I remember people always making that comments to me about, not mean, they weren't mean, but the women just would have pity in their eyes. And they're just like, you're so young, you're just a baby. And oh God, I hated it so much. I remember thinking if I could just get to 21, if I could just be 21 years old, then these people wouldn't feel sorry for me or say anything to me, then it won't look so bad that I have 3 kids. That didn't change anything. The 3 boys plus bonus granddaughters enough for me. I told my older son to skip the kids and have a great life. I'm so glad that I'm not the only one. I'm the guy from Pakistan, younger than Lene and Mel. Hey, PCT. Does that just not sound like SA? I'm confused. Is it really you? I mean, I don't care if it's you or if it's not you. I don't care about clones or anything like that. But is it just me, or do you feel like, or does anybody else feel like SA is, I don't know, being a little weird? It is him? Yeah, I guess he is in a sassy mood because usually it's not. I mean, I feel like slightly he's been a little bit rude. Wild Angel, hello. My mom may have stomach cancer. Sean, hello, sweetheart. I'm well. I hope your Christmas was good. Sean, big hugs to you. Oh, Tina, when did you find out? Oh, you should have. Well, I'm sure you have other friends to text, but I sure hope if you need someone to talk to, you reach out. My first husband, Lolly, I lived in El Paso, Texas, and that is a military town. Thank you so much, David. Big hugs to you for that. Oh, yesterday, PCT. I lived in El Paso, Texas, Lolly, and so there was always GIs at our house. It's a story. And he came to pick up one of the GIs, and it actually, I'm not lying to you. It was the 27th of December when I met him. I just now thought about that because it was right after Christmas. Yeah, El Paso, Texas. Yeah, my oldest daughter was born there. Tina, try not to stress until you know. My daughter thought I had bowel cancer years back and it stressed the hell out of me, and it wasn't. Blessings to your mom, PCT. I pray it's a false alarm. Yes, sorry to hear that. PCT is extreme. Yes. Oh, really, Josh? My little brother was also born in El Paso. Oh, Tina. Girl, I wish you'd have well, I've been running with like I mean, there's been so many people I haven't even gotten in touch with that have sent me messages through Messenger. You know how that goes. Um, oh my goodness. Well, let's just pray that it is a false alarm. And when will has she already started the testing? What did your daughter give you for Christmas, Josh? I want to know. When I hear El Paso, I think of tacos because we have a brand of Mexican food called El Paso. Yes, I know what brand you're talking about. I'll bet. Keep us posted, PCT. And you're in our prayers, and I'm so sorry. A dice game? What kind of game is that? I'll send you a pill, PCT. You know, because I'm a pill popper and all. That's what she said. Oh, like Yahtzee. Okay, I used to play some dice game where you play with 6 dice and you had to get like 3 of a kind or so. I don't remember what it was. Bye, SA. She'll get back with the test results in a day or two. She went to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota Christmas Eve. Wow, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, they're good there, right? The Mayo Clinic is good. That's where my daughter went a couple times to see if they would put her on the transplant list. Man, that's tough. I've been throwing dice all over this fucking room. Josh. I love Josh. I love me some Josh. Oh gosh. I've got the best neck upper back massage. Love it. Good night, PCT. We love you. Do y'all play the chocolate block dice game there? Never even heard of it. So I guess not. David, do you like playing games too? No, I don't. I've never played bunco unless it's a form of bunco. My grandparents taught it to me. I used to go to their house, and they would want to play dice. I'd play dice with them. I don't even remember how to play it. Any dress and clothes. No, I've never even heard of this stuff. I know bunco. Women used to get together and have bunco nights. I don't know what the hell that means. If you get a 6, you get to cut some chocolate with a knife and fork and eat it. Nuh-uh. I told the nurse, let's play strip dice. I took her shoes, shirt, and pants. Oh! Wow, Josh. Nice nurse. Oh my goodness. It's a fun game for kids. Your grandkids would love it. Well, I will have to try that with them. I played, me and Baby Child played going to the market with them. Y'all, even the teenagers loved it. Now the greatest part was that one of the teenagers beat their uncle, you know, my Baby Child, and so that's the first time any of them have beat him at anything. But it was down to one of the teenagers, one of my granddaughters, and Baby Chow, and he forgot one of them, and she won. And I'm telling you, they haven't shut up about beating him yet. So I did teach them that, and they absolutely loved it. I mean, everybody put their phones down. I couldn't freaking believe it. I was like, what? So we played like twice, and it took like an hour to play because, I'm playing with a 6 and 7-year-old, two 16-year-olds, and a 21-year-old. So it was very fun. So I'm glad Maggie taught me how to play that game because the kids loved it. Oh, you had a bunco group? I've heard of those, but I don't. You're in a bunk. What is a bunk? What is that about? Me and you need to play strip dice. Josh, you would pay me not to strip. Although, I learned to be a damn good poker player by playing strip poker. That's no lie. In a hotel room. I think what happened was I just learned to bluff really, really well. So I could keep my clothes. Reminds me of Zumanji movie. Oh, Zumanji, yeah. Jumanji. There are QT. KK, copy this link for later, Lene. I'm on the phone right now, so I'm not going to touch it. Get big blocks of chocolate for her. I'll go back whenever, after the live posts and then the comments post, and I'll pick it up, Mel Mel. Thank you so much. When they do come, I do try to, like this time we did some baking. Well, we did making. We didn't do baking. And then we played different games and stuff like that. And I'm telling you what, but I was so happy to drop them kids off. I'm not lying. My two, we call them the littles, the 6 and 7-year-old. I mean, they're little Brutuses, you guys. And their dad he's a girl dad, right? So he's taught his girls to fish. He takes them hunting. I mean, they're, he's raised them like a boy. These girls are tough. So they're always beating the hell out of each other. And I'm just like, please, just stop. Wait till you get home. Do all that, because all I can see, you know how many times I've had to take a grandchild to go get stitches or go talk to the doctor about eating my thyroid pills. You guys, that happened to me twice with the same kid. She ate my thyroid pills. I thought my son was going to kill me. Mine leave when I feel like taking a Valium. Bunko is basically a ladies' night out, food, fun, fellowship. My family likes to call it Drunko. Gotcha. Do they loved fair? Yes, they absolutely loved it. Yes, I did toast it. Yes, of course I did. Yeah. And they loved it. But the problem was usually, like, if I give them a bunch of sugar, like if I know we're gonna have cake or, a bunch of sugar and shit, like I give it to them the day that they're leaving my house. Oh no. We had so much freaking fudge and white Christmas and fairy cake. That's all they were freaking eating, which I don't care. I mean, that's what grandmothers are for, right? But then they were bouncing off my freaking walls. Oh my God, Blake ate my friend's thyroid pill one time. She freaked out and rang the police. Yeah, I took her straight to the emergency room, and I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how much she had eaten because I always just, once I get another pill bottle, I'll pour the old pills into it and throw it away. Oh my God, that child. And the bad thing is that thyroid pills, like when you first put them in your mouth, they have a sweet taste to it. You love this live so much, Josh. David, you guys are so sweet. There are 12 players, so you go once a month. A different person. Oh, no, okay. Oh, so it really is just a reason to get together. David's been here for a while. Josh, he's been coming in for a while now. Josh meet David. David meet Josh. Blank only had one because she had it on the bench. It looked like candy to him. Well, my granddaughter, she opened the freaking bottle. And it was weird because I'm always setting my purse up when the kids are here. But for whatever reason, I had it sitting on the fireplace. And she just went over there and thank God that's the only thing she got. But her heart rate wasn't, they kept her for like, oh my God, you guys should have seen my son's face when he got to that hospital. That's when he worked for FedEx. He just drove straight over in his FedEx truck from across town. When I say across town, that took him about 45 minutes to get there. Oh my God, I just knew he was going to kill me. And the second time, oh, I don't even know why he let the kid come over anymore. Maybe he didn't have a choice. It's a game old bitches play. Well, I mean, if it was you guys coming over, then I would do it. 5 flames. Girl! I'm drunk. Sorry for that. But it's nice to stop by for a moment, though, and see what's up. Well, we're glad somebody's drunk. Go ahead, girl. And I am so happy to see you, too. It's been a minute. I hope you're well. I hope you had beautiful holidays. Girl, go ahead. Do you. Do you, sister. I hope you're well. You got a dog. Lulu, 8 freaking months. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? She got a dong. Is a dong what I think a dong is? Or a dong? Is it a dong or a dong? I cannot believe it's been 8 months. I just cannot freaking believe it. 5 flames. Gosh. I ain't missing you at all. Remember that song? When I was in high school, my friend and I mixed drinks for the ladies when bunk. Really? Yeah, a dong is a dong. Some call it a donger. Well, I'm very happy for you. Oh my goodness. Well, it sounds like you got it going on. What's going on with all of the messages, guys? I don't. Maybe you guys are seeing it faster than I am. It's my fault. You got scared of my laugh? Well, I'm not worried about it. If you girls knew how fun it is to have a donger. 5 Flames, you're not a girl? Oh my God, why did I always think you were a girl? Learn how to make a mean drink for us girls when she was in high school too. I always thought you were female, 5 Flames. Okay, so now the whole donger thing is even funnier. You needed to do a little weeding, Lulu. You're always good at that. Thank you. I didn't see anything. It's amazing how quick you get stuff. Because, like, just now that just came up, I didn't see what you even holding for review or timing out or whatever it is you're doing there. I don't even, all I see is when you're quick. You should be happy about being a man. That is the truth. Oh my goodness. The whole donger thing now, it's a little bit more funny. Josh is saying he's getting randy hearing your voice. Josh. Josh is a sweetie. Looking for a rope in a tree. She thought I was a girl. Oh, no, don't do that, 5 Flames. You've always just been so, like, supportive and, like, my female friends are like, you're okay, Lene, everything's okay, like, bring it in, give, that warm feeling. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Geez, girls aren't that bad. The women issue, yes, the women issues are so bad. So bad, but I love men, 5 Flames. Damn, if I'd have known you're a man, I'd have had you up on panel stripping you down. You wouldn't need a donger. I saw some good-looking cowboys at the Salt Lake Airport and thought of you. Oh my God, Sunshine, did you take any pictures? I'm always half drunk when I come in here. That's why I'm more whatever. The thing is sensitive. Listen, you gotta appreciate someone who's honest. When I come in to visit Lene, I have to be drunk. Sensitive is not the right word. It's nurturing. Nurturing, there it is. You'll take your shirt off. Oh, go ahead, Josh. Send me pictures. Oh, hi, Simba. It's not there no more, Simba. I moved it around. Untiring is definable, not the right word. Definitely not the right word. My cousin told me that menopause goes for like 10 years, so you need to tolerate periods for 40 years, then enjoy the menopause of 10 plus years. Far out. I'm asking a male body in heaven for sure. Well, my doctor said that, like, my sleeping habits, that could last a lifetime. Nurturing. Yeah, that's the good word. You bet. Oh, Josh. It's okay, Five Flames. You just keep drinking, Big Daddy. See, I'm going to have to call you Big Daddy now. I've never been able to call you Big Daddy. Because I want to know what your name means. Now I'm curious. How did you get the name Five Flames? I want to know. I'm less guarded when I'm drinking. Definitely not nurturing. That's gay. Take a pill and go to sleep. I wish it did it for me. It doesn't do that for me. Angry vet. Hi. Don't be angry. Hope you're well, Angry Vet. Welcome. Can you guys hit the like for me? You guys, I'm good for 50 likes. I really am. I'm going to take 4 pills in about an hour, but I'm ready. I'm not ready for it yet, or an hour, but ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Massage yourself. You'll go to sleep. My first Christmas not worrying about women's BS was great. Aw, Mel. Whew. Woke up to let the dogs out, about to go to bed. Aw. Well, thank you, Angry Vet, for coming in. I hope you hit the like and you'll come back. Oh, that's a good question. Angry Vet, welcome. Are you a vet as in military or vet as in animals? John Wayne. Partner. I'll tell you about my name, but only if you know. Get my messages, Five Flames, and tell me. I want to know. Oh, U.S. Air Force, 14 years, 7 deployments. Wow, thank you for your service. Thank you so much for your service. Air Force, huh? Wow. So one day I saw a YouTube video but don't have an account. Eat entire lunch myself, plus got the kids and gym. Wow. Mel, you're an overachiever. I wanted to leave a comment but needed to make a channel in order to comment. Gotcha. I'm following. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. So I needed to come up with a name quickly. I'm picking it up. Keep going. My iron kicked in on my fire. I chose Angry Vet because it sounds, however, treatment when I got pissed. Well, a lot of vets are angry, and sometimes we need to be angry. That's the truth. I thought an old ancient. I'm an Eric in a tradition. They gave me some sleeping pills, some fading quickly. Oh, Josh, big hug to you, baby. So I got everything I wanted. Made an Amazon list and made sure my husband got. Wow, Sunshine, that is awesome. Native American tradition. I love that. Five Flames, you're from somewhere I've been. Are you from Oklahoma? Don't need 20-day naps now. I do. Gave you back to bed. Angry Vet, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for your service. I spent the first 30 years of my life born, married, divorced, Army. Yeah. So I know a little bit about that. In this tradition, the mother would name her child after birth based on the first thing she's seen. Good night, Joshua. Big hugs to you, baby. I had an infusion about 15 weeks ago and he kicked in and got hooked up to blood. So, oh, that is awesome. Mel Mel. Oh my gosh. It's so good to hear you talk like that. You were messed up for a long time. So I looked down and see a fireball that had 5 flames reaching out from it. 5 flames was my God. That is so good. Oh my, luckily it wasn't a shitting dog. That's right. Sergeant Joe. I'm just here to troll you until I fall back asleep. Oh, please troll me. 5 Flames, that is a great story. None of us have that kind of a story, I don't think. Yeah, Mel Mel, you've been sick a long time. A lot of us were really, really worried about you. Years went by, the name only proved to be more appropriate. I dig it. I dig it. Sergeant Joe, how was your Christmas? Hi, C. How are you, baby? Man, it's so nice to come in here and see people that I think about all the time. I was worried about me leaning and I usually fob my stuff off. Trying to explain not being able to do the simplest things is exhausting. Yeah. No, we knew. We all knew. In fact, when you went in chat and we knew you were going through all that stuff, I mean, there was some even back chatter going, has anybody heard? Has anybody heard? Is she okay? You know. Well, you know the ones, especially all the mods and the people who are just used to seeing you all the time and knew what was really, really going on. Man, I'm so happy you're better. Lene, I'm a Hoosier like you, but people think I'm from the South. Well, I really am from, well, I don't know where I'm from. Military life, you know, but I know I'm not a Hoosier. That's right, though. That's right. I remember now. I knew you had been somewhere, but when you talked about your native heritage or the native heritage to the name, I thought Oklahoma right away. It was even hard to check. God bless you. I can't wait to start making videos again either. Go ahead and start with them kangaroos for me. Oh, Lolly, she was so sick. C is living in Indiana, but she is Southern through and through, except for she doesn't eat grits and she doesn't drink sweet tea. I'm from Indiana, a state named after Native. You're right, 5 Flames, you're right. When you're right, and I think you're right. Hoosier suck. Sergeant Joe. I live in the north. Many towns here are named after. You're right. You're right. Central Indiana sucks. Go Hawkeyes. Over there in that Ohio area. But I got the charm and the attitude. You're correct, girl. You're correct. But the north and the south are both good. Hey, I live in the central Indiana. I'm a pretty decent person. But like I said, I'm not a Hoosier. I don't know what I am, but I'm not that. But honestly, this is the longest I've ever lived anywhere. Anywhere in my life. Indiana's a beautiful, beautiful state. It really is. And at this point in my life, I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. Truly. But I want to get to Vermont. I think Vermont is where I want to go. Central Indiana sucks. Well, it's busy. You do have to get it. Like, I'm not a city girl. So I like living in rural towns, very small country towns. So for me, Central Indiana does suck just because they're such huge towns, huge cities. Lolly, is that just a blood test? I'm surprised you're on tonight. Growth. Well, I mean, I haven't been on since Christmas Eve, and I'm going out of town tomorrow for 3 to 4 days. I'm gonna try to do a live while I am out of town, but we're gonna be in the mountains, so don't know what the service is gonna be like there. And I just missed everybody, needed to jump on. Lene, if I knew you when you were younger, I would have been able to talk you into a date. You could talk me into a date now. To Gatlinburg. See, we're going to Gatlinburg. And actually, this time we're staying in Gatlinburg instead of a condo or a cabin. You were going to invite me to dinner Saturday. I got something. Oh, you mean this Saturday? What? You mean tomorrow? Oh, I'll be gone, baby, but thank you. Well, oh, Five Flames. I want to be a cowboy. Want to ride you with my spurs on. Usually an endoscopy. So, to do both, though. Oh. Chicken taco sounds delish. I have a cowboy hat that I only wear on whiskey night. Oh, well, I'll be your whiskey girl. How about that? Can y'all do me a favor? Hit the likes. Hit the like. Make sure. I'm good for 50, you guys. They did the colonoscopy to rule out the bowel bleed. Don't ask her on a straight tequila night. She'll start thinking about him, and she's ready to fight. Not sure why this thing keeps making me rejoin. It's usually automatic each. Really? Oh, you know what? We messed with it a little bit today. I don't know if it has something to do with that, Wild Angel. We had kind of a little thing going on between England and here. You could use a whiskey girl. I'm you. Yeah, John Anderson. Good stuff. Good stuff. Exactly what do y'all do on Boxing Day? Do you guys have like a big family dinner or nobody cares? Melly, the kids insisted on going onto the inflatable thing, so they turned blue. Oh gosh. Used to be a whiskey girl, now I'm a tequila queen. Tequila makes my clothes fall off, and I beat people up on tequila. Ma, have a good Christmas. Yeah, it was good. I slept most of Christmas. See, I'm not gonna lie. Troll your boat gently down the stream. Sergeant Joe, I love being trolled by you. I could have had a whiskey girl tonight, but she's married, so I passed it up. Yeah, I woke up really early. I woke up like at 4 o'clock. And, I had to play Santa, put everything out. I had to stuff stockings, do all that. And so I made coffee. I waited up until about 8 o'clock. Nobody was up yet, so I laid on the couch. The next thing I knew, it was 1 o'clock. And I'm looking around, 3 guys walking around, I'm like, why didn't anybody wake me up? And nobody answered me. I thought I was living a dream. So I kept asking over and over. I was like, why didn't y'all wake me up? And nobody was answering me. So I really thought I was in this cloud. I was like, can anybody hear me? And they all 3 said, yes, we can hear you. I was like, why aren't y'all answering me? You make me think that I'm fucked up in the head even more than what I am. And they were like, because you were sleeping. Okay, so then they didn't open their gifts until 1:30. And then I laid back down and went back to sleep. I was sick on Christmas Eve, but made it through. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you made it through. She lured me over to her house, Lene. You women are sneaky. Yeah, we know what we want. Just a swangin'. Was your mom's favorite? Mm-hmm. 4 days straight is cooking, dishes, laundry, repeat, exhausted. She told me she had a chainsaw and a rifle to sell, invited me over. I'm like, why would you go to someone's house that's going to sell you a chainsaw and a rifle? You meet at the police station for that. I need a cigarette. Wild Angel, you've been busy. I've been trying. I've been slowly trying. She knows I like firearms and I've been wanting a chainsaw. Oh, God. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hit the like. Come on in. Take off your shoes. Daughter cleaned the whole downstairs today without asking her to. I think she was happy with her gifts. I'm so glad. She's growing up, see. She's coming out of, you can definitely see the baby leaving her face and her teenage face coming in. She's growing up. She's getting that beauty, not that baby beauty anymore, like the grown-up beauty to her. Then she told me no one was there but her, and I knew what she was up to. Oh, well, aren't you a stand-up kind of guy? A lot of men would have been like, okay. But we're our liars. What are you talking about, see? She kind of had blondish hair like you, Lene. Oh, nice. Well, you know, everybody looks like whoever you need them to look like in the dark. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, liars. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know I told her today about her face. Yeah. 3 dogs, 2 kids, a Bigfoot, lots of food required. I feel like I have never. Oh, gosh. Santa business. Wild Angel, it's a whole chore. It's a whole thing. I dragged my friend along to keep me out of trouble. Good for you, Fight. You're a stand-up guy. I gotta make me some coffee. Y'all hold the fort down just a minute. I need to smoke and I need coffee. There's a little bit of jazz playing in the background for you guys to listen to. But I have to make coffee and I have to get a cigarette. Don't go nowhere. Don't leave me hanging here by myself. Chit-chat amongst each other. All right, I got it. Check. Noted. Put in my brain. Weakness. Tight jeans. Got it. All right, I'll be RB. Ow. Somebody want some water, buddy? Some water, Simba. Come here. Hey, Papa. Get you some water. Hey, y'all. I have to show you the cutest damn thing. So I didn't buy myself nothing for Christmas, and I didn't really get nothing for Christmas, but that's okay. Because we have a bonus child that we bought for instead. But don't think my animals did not get something for Christmas. Y'all, best money spent. I have to show you this. It's the most, don't look at the floors. The dogs brought in paper, and I let them chew up whatever they want to chew up, and then I clean it up like 50 times a day. But this is the cutest. Can I show you? Is that not adorable? They got a bed. It's so fluffy. Do you like your bed, little girl? Do you like your bed, little girl? Yeah, yeah. And there's Newtstifer. Newt. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi, buddy. Yeah, that bitch cost me $89. Little girl, you're not supposed to jump. Get down. Anyways, y'all, that's the most adorable thing ever. I went and I laid on it with them. I loved it. BRB. Coffee, nectar of the gods. That and Diet Coke. Better get me some more of that too. I'm back. Somebody, you done with water? Hi, Simba. Y'all, I'm so excited about that doggy bed. It's comfortable. I laid on the floor with them on top of it. On top of it. Oh my God, it's comfy. Hope everyone hi, No Name. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Hit the like. I had a nice Christmas, but was missing a few people this year. I can't scroll up to see what I missed because every time I do that, I start blocking people on accident. Good morning, lunch lady. Hey, girl. Mom and Dad weren't there. It just wasn't the same. Yep, I know. I know. I know. God, do I ever know. We literally made coffee together. Had a good Christmas, but glad it's over. Two sisters aren't there. It's tough. It's so me too, but we'll try and see them as time allows. You need to have my friend Jenna on your panels. I would love to, Joe. Have her come over. I would love to have her on my panel. Jenny Taylor. Ask her to come over sometime. My sign I gave you is above your tree. Oh, you mean the Santa? But I was thankful for those who were there and still alive. Yusef, hello. What's going on? I'm back. Welcome back, David. Now you're going to make me cry and you're going to think I'm a girl. Now, listen, I'm glad some of you guys brought it up. I'm glad it's over. A hard time of the year for a lot of people, but happy those who had a good time with their family and friends. Christmas vacation little sign. Oh, yeah. Home of the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. That's us. That's our family. It's there. That way people can read it whenever I turn this around. But there was another reason why I came live. It's because I know I won't sleep tonight. And this isn't to be sad. I don't want to be sad. I just need people to be with. But 6 years ago, right now, I was sitting in a hospital room and my mom passed away at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah. So this night is a tough night for me. And I know it's tough for a lot of people. So, you guys are all here with me. Mom's okay. But you're right, Christmas is it's just one of those things I get joy out of it. I get not out of the gifts or anything like that. In fact, that's just a pain in the ass to tell you the truth, but just the decorating and the lights and the calmness of it it gives me peace. So, Mally, I was surprised you were on because of today. Yeah. Usually I spend this day alone by myself. But, you know, we're going out of town later, and I knew I was going to be up all night thinking about it. So I was like, well, you know. No, no. I'm just here too. That's all. I'm glad you guys are with me. Thank you. I don't want to bring anybody down. I'm just saying that it's a hard time for people. It really is. But we keep going. I mean, I had a grandbaby born on the 23rd, and so that makes number 9. I'm blessed. 9 kids, 9 grandkids. I mean, it's the circle of life, you know? And I was able to see all of my kids at some point during this holiday season. So that was nice. But, would have been nicer if mom and my sister were still here. My mom and my sister passed within 14 months of each other. Yeah. Thank you so much. I just think buying Christmas presents is such a drag. I really do. It's so commercialized and just, it's crap. It's crap. But I mean, I'm glad I got to do, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have done all of that, not baking, but making this season. So that brought a little bit of joy to me because I felt like I was doing something that my mom would have done, back in the day or whatever, and I felt more useful. So you guys helped me through that. We're at 14 grandkids. Mama's voice, now Dolly. Get out of the molly grubs. Yeah, that's what she would say. My brother-in-law was in the ER Christmas Eve with a fractured L1 vertebrae. Oh, God, that sounds painful. Oh, I hope he will be okay, Melly Joe. That is painful. Back shit is no fun. It is crap. It's so commercialized. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Making Christmas gifts fills you up with better pride, like I make wooden toys for children. That is beautiful. That's different. And in one way, I mean, Amazon, I'm sad that it's come to that, but at the same time, I hate going to the stores to buy presents for Christmas. It's just the rush of it, and nobody's happy. There's nobody in the stores happy, you guys. So that's one good thing that Amazon's good for, is you don't have to go in the stores and look at those people that are just as miserable as anything else. It is too commercialized. It's disgusting. I just would rather have the gifts come here, which is what we did this year. Didn't go out to the stores. I mean, people are miserable. People are miserable. And I get it. I get why they're miserable. I mean, I remember being a kid, and there's a song, you guys, by Alabama. And what was the song? It's a Christmas song. And it talks about how the parents aren't worried about paying the bills tonight. They're just, worried about making a good Christmas for their kids or something. I'm paraphrasing. But it was different when we were kids, right? Our parents bought what they could afford, right? Like, you got maybe three gifts underneath the tree and then something unwrapped from Santa, right? Parents bought what they could afford, but it was such good Christmases because you did everything else, things that never happened except for during that time of year, right? So it was special because of the time of year. Now, people go into debt over Christmas instead of buying what they just can afford. And I've done it too. Hell, I still do it. But we're teaching our kids the wrong things. We really are. Because us kids, when we were young, and when you were young, I know you're going to say it too. When you were young and you got those 2 or 3 gifts underneath the tree, you thought you was living high on the hog. You had a big family dinner together. You guys watched Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed. I mean, those were the special things, right? And now it's who's getting the Oculus and who's getting the video. I mean, people are going into debt and been doing it forever. I think everyone is trying to keep up with everyone else. Yes, you should just buy within your means, right? We're just teaching our kids the same thing. We're just rolling it over that Christmas has to be this big, extravagant kind of thing, and that's what our kids are expecting of us. There's no traditions or prestige historical moments anymore, right? I loved everything I got when I was a kid at Christmas time, and we weren't wealthy by any means. Right. It is all about the gifts. Hi, Daddy. How are you? I racked up over $1,000 on gifts on my credit card. That's right. Played board games, sang songs. No one expected they were glad. Right, for the gathering. My daughter made 10 quilts for her peeps, worked her butt off for 200 hours, all using our stash of fabric, all of them unique and so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I would love that. I would love it. Putting up the tree and lights and decorations used to be the best part of Christmas. That's right. That's right. G.I. Joe, baseballs, Hot Wheels. I was always so happy with what I got. Yeah, it's amazing what we world is going to be filled up with spoiled little brats coming up. You're right, No Name. You're right. And it's our own fault, right? It really is our own fault. I take blame in some of it too. I'm thankful my kids grew up though, and they do for their children, like I tried to do for them. But they're not materialistic people, and I'm grateful for that. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how they came out like that, because they're not materialistic people at all. In fact, my daughter, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if she's still in chat or not, but my oldest daughter furnished her whole home off of Marketplace, and her home is beautiful. All of her Christmas decorations that she's gotten through the years, she's been married 11 or 12 years, I can't remember. All of her Christmas decorations are all from Marketplace. They're very wise with their money, and I'm so grateful. Christmas lights are my favorite part. Me too, Lolly, me too. We have been racking up our credit cards on Christmas our whole life, and I don't think us Americans will change unless they take away our credit. You're right. You're right. It may be hard for us to see, but they do have qualities. That's correct. Some parents still do it right, but I think we need to go back to the old days. We are technically advanced. Yeah, we are too technically advanced, right? But that's really all of our kids know. I mean, even in school now, right? They don't carry books like we used to. They carry an iPad in school. Everything is technological. And they just don't have the imaginations we had. I mean, I can't tell you how many spoons I went through when my kids were younger, because my son used to dig in the dirt, and I don't know why he always had to have a spoon. But that was nothing. Go to the dollar store, get 12 spoons for $1, you know? I went debt-free about 10 years ago. Happy I'm able to do that. That's awesome. I'm here. Thanks, Ma. It's my junk, but cute junk. 13 years married. Oh, you're married a lot longer than I thought you were. Well, congratulations. Yeah, my kids are really good with money and with things, you know, and none of them are materialistic, and I thank God for that. No matter how many gifts these kids get, they still playing on the tablet, my phone. Ignoring a new gift drives me crazy. Me too. Americans spend more than they have to work more. That's right. But then the more they make, the more they spend. You're correct. I paid cash for my car and my truck and my motorcycle. That's awesome. I would like to be debt-free as well. We refuse to use credit cards at Christmas. Yeah, we don't use them at Christmas anymore either, but when you kids were like younger, we had to. We had no choice. No choice at all. Then you spend all year paying the damn thing off just to get to December and fill it back up. It's just terrible. It's a bad cycle. And I think my mom leaving this earth taught me so much because it made, I couldn't figure out how to do Christmas. I've talked about this before. I couldn't figure out after my mom passed how to do Christmas because my all of my mom's kids used to get together every Christmas, all of our kids, all of her grandchildren, everybody was together. And I couldn't do it anymore. And I didn't know if I wanted Christmas anymore. I didn't know. I mean, it was just a day and a half after Christmas that my mom passed, and so it took me a couple months to figure it out. And I thought, you know what? I just have to do Christmas my way. I have to do it the way that I was raised doing it. It's the only way it's the only way that I could be involved in this anymore. And I up until that point, I always bought Christmas presents, even for my grown kids who had families of their own, and they would always be like, Mom, why are you doing this? Stop it. Just stop. And when my mom passed, I finally felt like I could stop, that it was okay because my mom didn't buy us gifts, right? She couldn't afford it. So I set a limit on all of my grandkids, and we try to stick to that. And then on my one child that still lived at home, and now I've got a bonus child too, and living here again. And so, you know, we had to make, he doesn't talk to his family, so, you know, we are his family. So thank God we didn't have to put nothing on the credit card at all, but we've been saving so we didn't have to. Oh, wow. I paid cash for 15 of my 19 cars and trucks I have now. Wow, that's amazing, Joe. That's amazing. No Name says, yeah, my mom's side of the family pretty much lost contact after my I think it happens, but you know, I don't think it's meant, I don't think people mean for it to happen, but for me, there was a lot of pain and against one of my siblings and over my mom's passing. Not that she hurt my mom or anything, but there was just some circumstances that had happened that night. And it took me a long time to get through it. And, you know, if I allow myself to think about it too much, I can still go back to that. But I always tell people, you know, there's 5 stages of grief, and one of them is being pissed off, getting mad. And I stayed mad for so long. And I didn't hardly talk to my sister or my siblings for the first year and a half. And then COVID hit, and my middle sister, the one between me and my oldest, she passed away early COVID. And that's when the anger didn't leave me, but that's when I realized, oh my God, you know, like I gotta still keep in contact with, you know, I love my brother and sister, and I'm sure if we had it all to do over again that we would do some things differently, but we can't go back. But that doesn't make it any less painful, right? The stuff you go through. So I was able to pull it together, but not enough to, I mean, I told my kids, and I feel bad because I probably put my kids in a bad position, but I told my kids, if you want to go to your aunt's house for Christmas, you guys are welcome to, but I just can't do it anymore. Plus, my mom passed there, you know. My mom was living with my sister at the time, and every time I walk in that living room, you know, I know what happened there. And so that's very, very hard for me. I've only been in my mother's room that she occupied there one time since she's passed, and it's been 6 years tonight. So it's just too painful for me. And I don't think people, you know, the younger generations, because even my daughters was like, I can't believe you're breaking up Christmas, or, You know, that's hurtful because we still love each other, we want to be together. But until you experience that, the loss of someone like your parent or your child, it changes you, and it changes you forever. And the way you think of things and the way you look at things. So you just have to get on with life any way you can get on with it. And the only way I knew how to do was just to decorate like I've always done. My mom passed that on to me. Decorate, you know. Even if you don't have a lot of presents underneath the tree, decorate. Even if you have to go to the dollar store, decorate. Put a lot of lights in places. You know, light is joy. And so I kept that up, and I quit buying for my older kids, which nobody's ever even said anything because they've been telling me for years to quit. And I don't know. It's just different. It's different. I need a car with front wheel drive. My Mustang is crap in the winter, icy roads. Wow. Hi, Diamond. This was the first Christmas that my husband and I woke up alone in 40 years. Weird, but nice. I felt bad. I mean, I really did feel bad because I slept all day. I slept literally on the couch all day. It's the first time that at least I wasn't together with one of my grown children at least, but I was just too damn tired. Color is great when you feel down. Yeah, you need light. You need it. It's important. Darkness is it has its place even in the grieving process, but you can't stay there. Joe has 19 cars, Ford Rangers, mostly like 10 of them. I drove a Ford Ranger for years. I loved that thing. You know why I loved it? Because it had the jump seats in the back. But the reason why I loved it was because it only had 2 bucket seats in the front, and for me and my dog, nobody was allowed to ride with me because there was nowhere for anybody to sit. And when people try to ride with me and they try to get Cheyenne to move to the back, I'm like, she's not gonna move because that's her seat. So go ride with somebody else. And I loved it. I loved my Ford Ranger. I years and years and years drove that thing. It had well over 300,000 miles on it. And I'm a Chevy girl. I am a Chevy girl through and through. But that's the first Ford I ever owned. We bought it used from my father-in-law, and I mean, I called it the party truck. I love that truck. That's too many, Joe. Just give her one. I don't have any front wheel drive. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Is somebody miss hitting the like? If you have, please just double tap your screen. Yeah, the Rangers are good trucks. Yeah. Make sure your 20th is front wheel and give it to me. Half are manuals. I love manuals. I love manuals. It's a dying breed here in the States. Oh, I love them so much, Diamond. I just feel powerful when I'm driving them. Like, even just give me a little Toyota with a 5-speed. I feel like I'm flying. A 4x4 lifted Sport Ranger is awesome. Well, I just had a regular. It wasn't lifted, and it wasn't a 4x4. My buddy had a manual for Ranger. It was pretty good truck. Never died. Yeah, my thing when we traded it in on the SUV I have now. I was really really sad, but it had well over 300,000 miles on it. Never had any work done to it. We just kept the oil changed, kept it tuned up, kept tires on it. No, we didn't trade it in. I'm sorry. We sold it to a high school kid. Merry Christmas, Kaz. How are you, honey? And it was a great truck. I was so sad to get rid of it, but I needed a more reliable vehicle that I could go out of town with. So, and I was happy to sell it to, the high school kid. It was going to be his first vehicle, and, you know, you do what you do. S10, F-150, F-550, crew cab, dump truck, one Chevy. Oh, dear God. That's a lot. What do you do with all of them? I like the power I have now under my foot. My ex would only drive Ford Rangers. He had about 10 of them. Weighted the back seat in to drive it in the snow. Yeah, I used to put concrete, bags of concrete in the back of it whenever the snow came. Never ever had an accident. Never was scared to drive it in the snow or the ice. I just never was. Now, my son came and picked it up one day, my oldest son, and he needed to move some furniture or something, and he needed a truck. This was before he got his, and I was like, yeah, go ahead and take it. Y'all, he got around the corner. It was snowing outside. He got around the corner, and he brought it back, and he said, that is the most unsafe thing to drive in the snow ever. I was like, really? Because I've been driving it for 5 years. I've never had an accident or ever even thought of that. And he's like, thanks, Mom. Here's your keys. Have a good day. You just have to like chill. It's in the snow, people just think they can drive regular. And when you're driving a truck that's really light in the back, you drive chill. You just turn up your music and drive chill. Blew the engine in 2 Chevy 10s. Sandbags work good for weight in the back. Yeah. I just kept the same bags year after year after year and just threw them back there. I kept leaning on the gas when they started knocking. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a way to blow them up. Joe, you can't drive 19 vehicles at one time. Trade in a few and get me a front wheel drive. One S10 and one Ranger are V8 swapped race trucks. Wow. So you raced too, Sergeant Joe? Kaz, I hope you had a good Christmas, honey. It's good to see you. I love the little S10. I've never had one of those. The engine sucked. The old 2.8s, I think. Oh, you raced the cops, okay. The S10, though, is a lot like the Rangers, though, right? The Ranger looks a little bit more sporty than the S10. Am I correct? I loved my Ranger. I really did. But, like I said, there was no room for anybody else to sit, which was perfect. Oh, my God, I just got hungry. Yep, that time of day. Really? You thought the Ranger was less sassy? Sexy, sassy? I thought it, I don't know. The S10s looked more, the Ranger to me was more blocky, so it looked tougher. To me, it did. The S10s were more rounded. Where you grew up, the S10s were cooler. Ah, gotcha. But the Rangers were better. I gotcha. The S10s didn't last as long as the Rangers, though, right? Cop turned on the lights to turn around and pull me over. I took off down a dirt road right there, a huge dust screen behind me. Never saw him again. Whew. You're brave, Joe. Not only that, but damn, on a dirt road, driving that fast, the S10 engines suck compared. Oh, okay. Okay. I felt like my Ranger was a beast. I wonder if it's still working today. It's been, what, 4 years? But, hold on just a second. Where's Wednesday? Hey, where's Wednesday? They don't care. Wednesday. Kitty, 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 kitty. Wednesday. Wednesday. Where's Wednesday? Hold on, you guys. I gotta make sure my cat is inside. Wednesday. Where's Wednesday? Where's Wednesday? Go find her. Where is she? Where's Wednesday? Is she in here? Wednesday. No. Come on. Go get Wednesday. Come on. Come on. Where's Wednesday? Wednesday. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come here, Wednesday. Is she in the garage? Wednesday, there you are. What are you doing out there? There she is. Wednesday. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor, hit the like. I just threw a cigarette to my friend's wife. I was aiming for the Rocky Mountains and hit the Grand Canyon. You totaled it 3 times? Oh, my God. Newt. Come on, buddy. Then I use parts from the other on it. Ah. Oh, then I use parts from it on the others. That's smart. That's really smart. So do you have all these vehicles sitting out in a field somewhere? Y'all, we got 50 Shades of Golden going on over here. Not lying. 50 Shades of Golden. It's supposed to be the other way around, but Newt will not mount her. He said if I didn't have a Ford that he wouldn't work on it. I worked at GM and was penalized. If you don't drive a GM, you had a designated parking lot at the first. Really? Diamond, that's really... You have them all lined up in your driveway. Wow, Joe. I can kind of understand that. Hi, Darlene. Can you turn the timer on your oven for 15 minutes so I don't burn my dirty bird? Are you serious? I will set it for you. How was your Christmas, Darlene? I will say this, Diamond, though, that kind of makes sense to me because, like, one time I had to go to a foot doctor because I had fasciitis in both of my my feet, and he told me I had to get inserts, and he was like, you probably should be wearing different kind of shoes, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, what kind of shoes do you think I should be wearing? Tennis shoes. And he said the best shoes are the, what do you call them with the N on them? They have the N on the side. Oh, what do you call them? Anyways, I looked down, New Balance, that's it. I looked down at his feet to make sure whatever he was selling me, he was wearing himself. He was. And then every time I go to a car dealership, which isn't often, I'll ask them, what kind of car are you driving? Because I want to know if they're driving what they're trying to sell me. So I kind of get it. Just because I'm looking at the oven, okay. How are your eyebrows? I shaved them again. I did. I'm going through this thing, but they're already growing back. I mean, they were already like long enough to be plucked, to tell you the truth. And then when I was coming back from seeing the grandchild, I started shaving my whole face again. You should have seen the look on Beefcake's face. He's like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, mind your business. Look at the road. And he's like, why are you shaving your forehead? And I was like, oh my God, because girls get peach fuzz on their forehead. And then I just started shaving the eyebrows again. I don't know what's happening to me. Something's happening though. But they're not black anymore, so they're just white again. And I mean, you can already feel like exactly where my hairline is on them because they're already like growing back in. That's just what, how many days ago? 4 days? 3 days. I'm a hairy mofo. So I had to do something while I was in the car in that long drive, though. I felt like, you have to groom when you can groom. I mean, I'm just sitting there doing nothing. I might as well have shaved my face. Hi, Mandy. No, honey, I wasn't dermaplaning. I just used straight up razor. That takes too long to dermaplane. I just like take the razor and like just scrape my skin back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, all over it. All over it. It feels so soft. After I was done, I was like, feel my forehead? He's like, I'm not feeling your forehead. I was like, feel my damn forehead. And he felt my forehead and I was like, it's soft, ain't it? And he's like, yeah, it's soft. I was like, mind your business. I got this. I confessed my love for bushy hair last time I was in here, not going there again. At least this time I didn't shave my arms. That was a bad experience, you guys. Shaving my arms was a really bad experience. Not at the time, but like a couple hours later, because I didn't put anything like lotion or anything on my arms. I just started shaving them because I was sitting in the car waiting again. And I always have a razor in my purse. And I started shaving again. And, y'all, I got razor burn on my arms so bad. That hurt. That hurt like hell. Get antique plates for the car. I wore rubber boots for 2 years at work. Never had to shave my legs now. It's kind of the same thing, though. I, too, have used a razor, not back and forth like a psycho. No, I am a psycho. I know that, Mandy. But the deal is, like, if you go back and forth, you know how, like, if you just take a couple swipes, Mandy, then you have to, like, clean off the razor? Well, if you go back and forth, it cleans it off for you. Like, it's just pushing it back on the skin, and then you just clean off your face or your legs. That's how I even do my legs. I go up and down, up and down, up and down, all over them. Step away from the razors. I know. That's when I found out you rock a bad Beaverling. You damn right. I don't shave there though. I do waxes. I have to. That down there hurts me. But when you wax, it doesn't hurt when it grows back in. Mandy, I'm a hairy mofo, but the difference is that I'm not I tell everybody what I do. My crazy shit, my fruitcake shit that I do. I'm not embarrassed of it. Because I figure everybody else is just too embarrassed to say it. Well, I say it and then I normalize it and then everybody's like, yeah, I do that too. So we're all fucking crazy together. I love it. Little Doughboy. Hello, you sweetheart, you. Happy holidays to you. Hate to say it, but I can relate. Girlfriend, don't you even worry about it. We'll just be crazy together. But you should have seen the look on his face. He just could not fucking believe. He's like, why are you shaving your forehead? Mind your business. Nobody asked you. Most of us guys don't care if there's hair on it or not. Right. That's been my, yeah. But I care. I care. I really care. I care. And I care that the guys are groomed too. Like, I'm not doing the deed with no hairy mofo. No. Get that shit cleaned up, groomed really nice, make it look as pretty as you can because balls are not pretty to look at. My cat is so spoiled, he comes out of the kitchen and meows until I come in bed. Oh, Barbara, I need pictures. But some are very pretty and should be put on display. See, it's not really about the peach fuzz for me. It's about the dry skin. It turns into an awful cycle. You have to keep going. Oh, wait. So does shaving or dermaplaning help the dry skin? I don't have dry skin. On my arms, I do. Maybe that's why it hurts so bad. My arms, I do have dry skin on, but not my face. Really? I didn't know that. Maybe that's why my face doesn't have it because I've been I can't tell you how long I've been shaving my whole freaking body. It's insane. Except for my arms. I only did it that one time. Oh, God, it was so painful. But I do get peach fuzz, and I'm really, really blonde. So it's not bad, but if I'm like out in the sunlight, you can see it, and it's so, so gross. And it feels gross. I don't like it. Peach fuzz is okay. Have you not ever seen like a girl out, like you're talking to him outside at a park or I don't know, whatever, and then you see all that? Like from now on, you will always look for peach fuzz. I guarantee you, because I'm putting it in your brain. But I stare at it when I'm talking to women. I see their peach fuzz. It grosses me out. I'm just like, can we fix your face? Let me get my razor out of my bag for you. And then there's these three little, I'm not gonna lie, let's just talk about it. There's these three little hairs that grow on my chin. But those I have to pluck out because they grow like, I mean, before I know it, I could braid all fucking three together. So, I mean, I only shave my whole face. Sometimes I've shaved my edge of my hair on accident. That's tragic, but it's okay. It'll grow back, I'm sure. But anyways, there's these three tiny, like rough whiskers on my chin. And I always have a razor with me, and I always have tweezers with me, you guys. I'm plucking the shit out of them all the time, to the point that I've actually made holes in my skin and made little sores. Because if I could still feel it in, that's why I can't just shave that. Because I could feel it in there. I got to get in there and get in there deep. Get it out. You have to shave peach fuzz too. Lolly, see, we can be friends. As long as it's not dark hair or long. It can get out of hand. If you shave peach fuzz, no. That is a myth, Diamond. Believe me, I looked it up because everybody who knew me, that knew I was doing what I do, I looked it up. And I talked to my, I forget what you call those people that do skin, that do my waxing. And no, it does not. And it doesn't grow back thicker either. Nope. So after I figured all that out, everybody's over here shaving their face in my family. Plucking those bitches feels like an accomplishment. Doesn't it, though? Oh, my God. Yes. And it feels just so good. It feels so good to get... I mean, you won the freaking battle for 3 days. Someday you might have to start shaving your face. I already am shaving my face. The whole thing. I don't have toe hair. Darlene, I do not have toe hair. But if I had to, my sister does. She shaves her toes. Skincare doctor, just say that. Yeah, that person. Anesthetician, that's what it is. Anesthetician. Just wait. Gray, stiff, straight hairs. Have to pluck them. I have 3 right there. I don't know if they're gray. I think they're probably gray. But my hair doesn't come in gray. It's coming in like white. Whiter than white. But they're right there, all 3 of them. But you know what I've noticed? If I skip my thyroid pill, this is the truth. If I skip my thyroid pill, it takes a little bit longer for them to grow in. Isn't that wild? I think every guy, to be fair, I can't stand hair on my food. Keeping it trimmed is okay with me. Yes, do that. Not just trim, just rip that shit out. Rip it out. I think you guys should wax too. I really do. I think all you guys should be waxing your ass and your balls. Every bit of it needs, just clean it. Just get it. Make it look as pretty as you can, because I'll say it again, balls are not pretty. Sergeant Joe Smith talking about Rangers went to talking about razors. Your fault, I presume. Probably, I don't know. In my 40s, my nose hairs are already getting wacky. Oh, God. What about ear hair? You guys get ear... I thank God women do not get nose hair and ear hair. You guys get hair on, like, on the ridges of your ears, too. I know. I look at people. Gotta trim them. Gotta trim them up. Not even just trimming. Get in there and root that shit up. You trim your ear hair weekly. Thank God. And I'm going to tell you another thing about y'all's eyebrows. As you get older, you got to fix them. You got to still go, and I don't know what's going on, but you guys get these curly, long eyebrows that, and it's not the whole eyebrow, it's just like 5 or 6 sticking out, curling somewhere. I mean, let's start looking in the mirror together. Pluck when I can. Thank God. Could only imagine. Yeah, it's, oh, I look at stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, does that mean I'm judgmental? I'm not really judgmental. I'm just like, where's the closest person to you? Like your person. Everybody should have a person because they're not telling you your ear hair sticking out from here to China. You got to get that shit done. Diamond, it was good seeing you, girlfriend. Still don't even got hair on my chest, really. Some people don't grow it. Native Americans don't grow it. Did you know that? Some men don't grow it, and that's okay. That's okay. Would you rather have a hairy chest? Wait a minute. Is a hairy chest sexy? Because it's not really... I don't know how I feel about it. I've never really thought about it. I guess if you're Tony Stewart or John Travolta. Well, not even... I can't do John Travolta now. He just went all weird. I can't fuck John Travolta, but Tony Stewart or... Tony Stewart, yeah. If he had a really hairy chest or no hair, I'd still screw him. Wish I don't have a hairy chest. Well, I think a hairy chest is better than having a hairy back. Listen, I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now, you guys. If you have a hairy back, we're not digging it. We're not. I'm going to need you to go somewhere. Find your person and get that shit shaved. Preferably, I would rather you have your back waxed because then you don't get stubble. And it takes like 5 weeks to grow in. I'm just saying, hairy backs and you know those guys that are wearing a t-shirt and you can see their hair on their backs. The t-shirt, oh my God, it's terrible. You got to have short, clean nails too. You like hairy chest. I always thought mine was sexy until I got older. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't. Well, I'm the hairiest chest and back won't grow. Thank God your back won't grow. It's terrible. It's terrible. Part of being native, I just have a few short blonde hairs on the chest and forearm is all. Well, that's a good thing. Although I will say this, I like a guy who's got a lot of hair on their legs. I don't know why, especially if it's dark, but I do. You don't know who Tony Stewart is? Oh my God. Oh my God. Dirty long nails are severely disgusting. Yeah, if you're going to have them long, clean your nails. They're gross. Tony Stewart is a race car driver, Miss Barbara. He's from Indiana, and I want to slap it, flip it, rub it down. I love him so much. Although now he's married with a kid, and I'm a little disheartened about that. But what can I do? Forearm, not head. You don't like racing, Miss Barbara? He was a badass. He's won every championship there is to win in racing, except for what he's doing now with his wife. And I just want to slap him. I got tickets to go to the pits in Indy, and for the Brickyard 400, which, I mean, some people may not know about that, but anyways, it's a NASCAR track. It's the Indy track, but they have a NASCAR race there every year. Anyhow, I gotten pit passes, and I was the only person standing inside the gate, like right outside of the garage, and Tony Stewart was inside of it, and I could see him leaning on the one of his toolboxes, and he was talking to someone, and I could see he was looking out towards me, but I'm sure he was just looking at the crowd behind me on the fence, because that's the way he had to go. Yeah, it's a huge race here, and he raced sprint cars, right, and so I was the only one in there, so I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna get a picture of him when he comes out, because I don't do autographs, right? I'm not ever asking anybody for an autograph. I could write your name for you, so that means nothing to me, but like a picture, that's cool. So I'd taken a couple pictures of him when he was in the garage, and one of them he kind of lifted up his hand like to wave, and I thought that was cool. So I just waited there, and I had my phone, and I was trying to look at the picture I had just took at him, and I saw on the ground, I saw a shadow of a person. And y'all, I'm not exaggerating this, I'm not lying at all. On my left side, I felt somebody right there, and I saw the shadow. So I looked up really slowly, and I looked over on my left side, and I mean, we were nearly touching arms. That's how close Tony Stewart was standing next to me. And he was just looking at me, and I'm looking at him. And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. We're not saying not one word to each other. Like, I think he knew I was totally starstruck. And I'm just staring at him, and he's staring at me, and it seemed like eternity. I'm sure it was just a few seconds or whatever. And then he said, are you going to take a picture? And I was like, yeah. And then I snapped the picture, you guys. Not of me and him, of his shadow. Because I was like, you know, barely able to breathe. I'm getting warm in all places. And he smiled that crooked grin at me and walked off around the gate. I watched him walk out of the gate and into the crowd signing autographs. And I watched him walk past the crowd where his team was, his security guards. Y'all, I didn't get it. I got a picture of Shadow. I was so, I've only been starstruck with him and Prince. That's it. It was terrible. And because I was with my husband, I was with two of my kids, I had pit passes for all of them. So they're all in their drivers, right? In their driver's pits. Nobody was there to take my damn picture with Tony. And I couldn't do it because I was starstruck. It's a thing. It is a thing. Jamie, Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Yeah, but it could be anybody's shadow, and I can't prove it that it's Tony's. I was so upset. I couldn't freaking believe it. My one chance, and I've got pictures of him, you know what I mean? Like, but next to me, he was willing to take a picture. He knew. He knew. He just had me. He knew I was all warm and I would turned into jello. Ugh. Oh, Five Flames, it was so good seeing you again. Come back and visit sometime, sweetheart. And I wish you well. I really do. You take care of yourself. Be good or be good at it and send me pictures. I need content. It was good, Jamie. How was yours? Well, I say it was good. I slept all day. Feel kind of bad about that. Slept on the couch all damn day. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't hit the like, do that. Oh no, Miss Barbara. No, I don't hate you because you don't like. I don't watch as much as I used to. I used to watch every Sunday, and I used to love to go to the races. And a bunch of the older crew, they're they're retiring that I used to watch, and a bunch of new guys are coming in, and so I really don't watch it that much anymore. And I definitely don't have a desire to go to any of the races anymore. I'd rather watch it on TV. Hi, Joyce. Happy holidays. Miss Barbara, nothing could ever make me hate you. Nothing. I love you to pieces. I will forever love you. You're one of my favorite people. And that's no lie. You love the races, Jamie? Well, we were going to race. My husband's family comes from a long, long line of, he used to race when he was younger. His dad used to be on a pit crew, stuff like that. And so when baby Chow was in middle school, his dad bought a go-kart. Went all the way to Texas, got a whole setup go-kart, brought it back. He was going to start racing go-karts, and he did for a little while. And then he's so tall. He grew really fast. So it was time to move. And he was good. So his dad wanted to move on to sprint cars. So went all the way back to Texas, got 2 sprint cars, brought him back. And he had started practicing on them. And then Brian Clausen, some of you may know who that is. He was a local race car driver from the same town that he was in USAC, sprint cars. And he got killed in Knoxville at a race. And that was my son's first hero. And once he got killed in that race, my son didn't sit in another race car after that. So we sold off the race cars, and that was the end of that. I'm not sweet, Miss Barbara. I am just honest. Hi, Mar. I'm just going to call you Mara, if that's okay, because I don't want to mess up your name. I'll butcher it. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'm ready to get my house put back together, that's for sure. I haven't even gone into the dining room where all the gifts and stuff were wrapped. I just decided I'll work on that when I get back. Stuff everywhere. If I could get one more like. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. I just want one more like before I sign off this thing. So double tap the screen if you haven't liked yet. Thank you so much, whoever just did that. I appreciate it. All right, guys. I've been on here a while. I'm going to get off. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to the mods who keep this chat rolling and making sure that we're all safe in here. Thank you for the chatters. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. And I thank you for that. I hope you guys have a good day, a good evening. I'll try to get to a live within the next couple of days. But I'm leaving town here in a couple of hours. But I'm going to try to do a live from the mountains if I can get good signal. If not, then I will see you guys when I get back. It was so good seeing all of you. I'm going to miss you guys too. I'm going to try to go live. I will. I'm taking a trip to Mount Pleasant this weekend after this staying the weekend in Mount Pleasant and taking my daughter out for dinner and doing Christmas with her. That's so nice. Mandy, it was good seeing you. I hope you come back and hang out with us. I'm going to try to get a nap before we hit the road. So it's a 6-hour drive. It's not bad. It's not a bad drive. And it's, I mean, within an hour we'll be within a hilly area. So it'll look like mountains. So I'll be in my happy place. What do you do in Gatlinburg? Well, usually we just do like a lot of walking through the shops, you know, just like, I don't know. And just being in, usually we stay in a cabin or we stay in a, what do you call it? A condo. And it's way up in the mountains. I mean, it takes you like 20 minutes to get down out of there and like 30, 45 minutes just to get to a store somewhere. But this time we're not. We're staying on the strip this time. And I just like walking it. I like walking the strip and people watching. And I don't know. It's just the feeling, just the love of being there. Oh, thank you so much, Mandy. That's really nice of you. Do you have pictures of your new grandson? Yeah, I do. I do. I'll send him to you. I've got you in Messenger. He's gorgeous. But I'm probably a little bit biased. That's okay. All right, guys, that's it for me. Love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys have a good, great weekend. And we'll see you next time here. Love y'all so much. Y'all be good or be good at it and send me pictures because I need content. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.